Hello, my name is Lindsay Reed, and I teach fifth grade English Language Arts. This is my ninth artifact addressing Standard 5.1 Criterion 16, Personalized Learning. I am using the lesson plan I developed for the personalized learning assignment that I implemented with my fourth grade English Language Arts class to show evidence of how I use technology to create, adapt, and personalize learning experiences that foster independent learning and accommodate learner differences and needs. Cherokee County School District developed ELA units that teachers implement to teach and assess the content standards in each grade level. For this lesson, I worked with two sections of fourth grade students to research information about the pros and cons of animals living in any type of captivity. One section of learners included a large population of ESOL students, while the other section included a large population of gifted students. Due to the different needs in the students in both classes, I offered various technology tools to support the research. One resource I used to introduce students into this topic of researching animals living in captivity was Nearpod. Nearpod is a great tool to create experiences to foster independent learning. Nearpod can be assigned as student-paced, where students can work on the lesson independently. Students are able to watch videos, view slideshows, review the vocabulary, and practice activities in creative ways. RazKids is another technology tool that I used for differentiated text on the topic of animals living in captivity. And this allowed students to work independently at their own level. Using the Canvas learning platform, I was also able to have students participate in flipped classroom models where they can review research skills and then move forward when they are ready, or they can seek support when they need to. These are all great technology tools to create a more personalized learning experience that will accommodate all the learner differences. Hello, my name is Lindsay Reed, and I teach fifth grade English Language Arts. This is my ninth artifact addressing Standard 6.1 Criterion 19, Ownership of Learning. I'm using the lesson plan I developed for the personalized learning assignment that I implemented with my fourth grade English Language Arts class to show evidence of how I foster a culture where students take ownership of their learning goals and outcomes in both independent and group settings. In this section of the video, I'd like to use my student-driven project plan to show how I foster a culture where students can take ownership of their learning goals and outcomes. So one way is to create jigsaw groups to research the events of westward expansion. This particular project was on westward expansion and researching the information about it. Provide a variety of multimodal research resources. This will require executive function skills that are continuously taught and practiced from day to day. The teacher will facilitate discussions to encourage students to ask questions, but the students will be the ones that will create an organized plan with group members to teach peers about the specific topics researched. This will help students take ownership of their own learning. Students will choose a presentation tool to present the information. Students will post their presentations in Canvas on a discussion board so that other students can go in and view the presentations and learn from each other. In the next part of the project, the students will be given different graphic organizers to record their research and organize a plan for their writing product. The graphic organizers are differentiated based on student needs, and the students will then just use the different online tools and resources that are provided by the school, where we have online subscriptions already, to do their research on the specific information needed for the writing task. Um, Students may make the connections to other historical events or current events after learning about the westward expansion. This is where students are able to choose to complete their final project based on those connections made and specific interests, making students be able to take their own, take ownership of their learning. So for the final project, students are going to be creating a presentation, and they can use any one of the presentation tools that we provide at the school, which is Adobe Express, Canva, Book Creator. They can use anything in OneDrive to share documents, or Sway, PowerPoint, any of those technology tools that they're most comfortable with. Originally, this project was meant for students to create an opinion piece. However, we wanted to make this more personalized, so students will be able to create a narrative, informational, or opinion writing piece that will demonstrate mastery of two standards, one of them being a reading standard, explain events, procedures, ideas, or concepts in a historical text, including what happened and why. And then a writing standard that's not specific to a type of writing, but mainly to show they can produce clear writing in which the development and organization are appropriate to the task, purpose, and audience. Hello, my name is Lindsay Reed, and I teach fifth grade English Language Arts. This is my ninth artifact addressing Standard 7.1, Criterion 23, Alternative Assessment. I am using the lesson plan I developed for the personalized learning assignment that I implemented with my fourth grade English Language Arts class to show evidence of how I provide alternative ways for students to demonstrate competency and reflect on their learning using technology. Throughout the project, we did lots of different assessments. One of the formative assessments I like to use is a program called Freckle. This is an online platform that can do, it's an adaptive learning platform. So students take a pretest at the beginning of the year, and it kind of assesses what certain standards for ELA they need more support and which standards they've already mastered. These lessons can be assigned by the teacher for specific standards, or students can just work at on their adaptive lessons at their level. So for this particular project, students will complete a teacher-assigned lesson in Freckle on the standard RI9 to check for understanding. This standard is specifically integrating information from two different texts on the same topic. They must receive an 80% or higher to move forward. Another formative assessment that we used was a graphic organizer. So this was just a great way to do a quick check of the graphic organizers to make sure that the students are taking notes on relevant information and making sure that they're also organizing their notes appropriately depending on which type of writing they wanted to create for their final product. The graphic organizer was shared with students through Canvas, our learning management platform, and it was uploaded as a OneDrive document so students could type directly into it, and it would be embedded in Canvas, and it could go through SpeedGrader to make it a very easy, quick check and reference if we needed to reference it with the students. Another type of formative assessment we like to do is a levels of understanding chart. So just even at the end of each lesson or at the end of the day, being able to ask the students to rate their level of understanding, a 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Most of the time I will have students do this on a Post-it note so I can just take a quick gander, and then that way I can create groups to help support students the following day. These are all just very quick formative assessments to kind of drive my instruction and to help me form groups that will help with remediation as needed. Students were also offered alternative assessment opportunities. Some of these alternative assessments included a video, a poster, or another form of Adobe Spark. Each one of these had a graded rubric that went along with it. The video could be a video to explain the information found in the multiple sources. They could create this poster digitally or by hand to show understanding of the learning target. Or they could choose a different platform such as a website or a slideshow or something like that through Adobe Spark. Students were offered remediation if they scored below the 80th percentile on the Freckle lesson or on the rubric or the graphic organizer.